Hello, and welcome to another round one of the Age of Empires Friends Tourney, second annual. In this match, we will be looking at the Barto, Derfekdbairto, the man known as Player One, playing as the Byzantines. Because in Player 2, we have FutureBird as the Poles, and I'm thinking that because FutureBird is kind of a world-renowned Poles player, that this Devin Barto might be thinking about, hey, what's really good against horses? Like, what is going to be a great counter for a potential cavalry civilization? Or maybe I have my facts mixed up, I don't know. But I'm thinking that's what it is. But good lures here. I think both players are luring. And he's going to come in and get that elephant meat. Good stuff. And the Poles, you know, obviously you always expect to see a lot of cavalry with the Poles because it's cheap. Got the full work rocking in the front. So, Bird, you ready? I don't know what that means. I mean, I can... Just talking a little smack. It's like, you ready? Because you're about to meet the Byzantine Empire. Oh, he was absolutely ready. He just completely took out the scout. Interesting back walling here. I'm not sure what he was looking at, but I think he might have just seen the scout coming in and just decided to put up this nice little fence here, probably for his other farming needs at some point. As he he's thinking like a farmer. Gotta put up the fences, man. Really good militia, bringing them in, getting pressure on the back of the base here, making FutureBird kill a resource. He probably doesn't want to burn at this point. This guy's just going to hang out and assimilate into living over here for now. And we have a push of archers coming up to the front. The forward is really great, but unfortunately the berries were up front, and at that point, like, you could have maybe moved away from it, but you're already making a full work, so I get it. But once again, keeping in mind that your goal is in the back, it might have been more prudent to maybe go for archers, at least until you can get some food established or get your wood numbers established, which understandably you want to go and get enough food, you want to get enough resources to supply your cavalry horde. Unfortunately, and this is something I did notice yesterday, this is full of 5 villagers, which do not come out until much later, and obviously they're gonna stay in there for now because they get killed if they don't go out. But if we had put some walls right in here to kind of like block some of this off, it would have helped prevent anything coming in. And yeah, you have some good towers in here now. You've got some good protection for your wood line, but it's still exposed on this side here. And at that point, if you do get hit with something over here and you are walled here, you could just swing over here to this back wall. But once again, archers coming in. The archers continue to come in from the front. Very good production. I think coming out of just the one. I thought he had 2 archery ranges in here. But keeping up steady production of villagers here. Let me see if FutureBird is doing the same. FutureBird is also keeping up at steady villagers, and the deaths right now are 6 and 6, which you could say, you know, even out, but all of these kills so far for Derfekdbairto are primarily going to be villagers, opposed to no villagers lost for Barto. I have no idea what these are doing in here. Sometimes the auto stuff does stuff that just doesn't make any sense. But once again, he forgets that these workers are in here, and that's the work of 5 villagers that could be really helping your economy. So right now he's really working with 20 villagers, and this and going with the towers, going hard in towers, like trying to keep I guess like maybe just protect that forward, because hey, you need the farms, you already have all this wood invested, and yeah, it's just not worth it to bring out poppy guarding the stone mines over here. And at this point you've got to think about branching out over here. There's not, this gold is a great gold patch, and it would have been nice to see a little bit more getting of the gold right in here. You'd like to see a little bit more of that, and maybe he just didn't have any wood for a gold, like for a mine there. But you're gonna absolutely need the resources to continue to progress here, and yeah, I just don't like this terrain very much. I mean, you've got a is that his secondary gold? That's so his secondary gold is so far over here. This is so I keep bringing up the resources, but this would have been a great source for you know, being safe, and seeing this walled up here I think would have made all the difference. And you can see in the back, on the back, the walls coming in, having the ability to, if he does sense something coming in, he at least has a minute or two to react. And if you're coming right in, you know. So I'm not nitpicking here. I'm just calling it as. And I think Derfekdbairto made a mistake of bringing those archers away there. Maybe because he was thinking, oh, this knight's coming out, but he gives time for this watchtower to be completed, and does have all of these coming in. I think FutureBird will finally recognize these archers down here and take care of them, but at this point you're trapped in this little area. You can't get your stone. He does go for his gold there, and that'll be great. But this is his only. This is his one lumber camp. If something like this happens, I think you would want to make a secondary lumber camp on the back end of this, with risk of pulling away from your tower a little bit, even though these guys are here. But this might get a little too crowded right in here to be an efficient place. This watchtower does go up. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to drink this tea to help my throat. Yeah, because I enjoy it. But finally do start to see these knights coming out. I think what FutureBird wanted to do was go fast castle and then hook his way into just cranking out these knights, which are insanely cheap. I don't think Derfekdbairto cares about this, but that's happening. And here we go. Now this is getting walled up. You're putting a little bit more security in this back area here. Looking back here, we've got the scout in the center. Nothing is happening back here. I do think at some point you will get a few more horses coming out, and there will be a little bit of a counter. But in terms of, I clicked on stuff. There we go. So 29 military for Derfekdbairto. And you know, the KD is 10-9, so it's not like, oh wow, but if we look at the villagers, this is the difference maker. 55 villagers to 33 villagers, and recognizing, hey, that might have only been a few villagers killed here and there, but the inability to make to make a villager production absolutely kills it. I did see that he does, at this point, if you're at 35 villagers, I would continue just to make, you want villagers as much as possible. You want to be able to get your numbers up. And this takes about, I think, the span of 3 villagers to build. So yes, it's going to be worth it, but you would want another town center up, I think, maybe right over here. Still don't love it, but giving yourself a little protection, no man's land. Just being able to get more of it. And this would have been a good place for another TC as well. But once again, good counter pressure once again. At least sending some things forward, trying to take away some of the edge on the front if he can get DeBarto to focus, but unfortunately runs right into these spearmen or these pikemen here. DeBarto branching out, excuse me, branching out continually, giving himself a little bit more land, feeling comfortable to come and get a lumber camp and siege workshop forward. So all that to say, you know, the villager production is just a make or break at this point. Good pressure from DeBarto. FutureBird playing, you know, not in a great position, like especially if you're going to be going for I can't think about the boards I'm saying. Especially if you're going for horses and you have a forward bush like that. I mean, it's just going to be hard. And I think he got the short straw of this map's position, because you can see he's got like a little bit more room to work with here. He's got like a back that he can kind of go in. This is all this square, and I mean, his TC was here. It would have made more sense if it was like maybe here. I mean, he can't control that. It's how it starts. So. But keeping in mind using the resources that you have, the walls would have really, I think, given FutureBird a little bit more time to come up with some counter. So there's that. The early pressure wins it. We'll go ahead and look at the statistics really quick. And once again, it's like it was a 30-minute game, 16 killed, 20 killed. FutureBird ending up with more kills at the end of this game. But the and even like a good castle time as well. But I feel like the damage had already been done by that point. The villager difference is going to be all the difference here at the end. And here, even in feudal, like not looking bad. But those few archers, the few archers that came in, just kind of causing some trouble and knocking some of the opportunity to get more resources to rock into Castle Age. So overall, well played, and we'll see you in the next one then. Bye.